Okay, so today we're going to talk about something that might feel a little, well, a little too real. It's this idea that might just explain why you feel stuck, even when you have these huge goals. It's called the comfort loop trap. So let's be real for a second. Does this look familiar? Over here, you've got your dreams, right? Success, growth, building something that matters. But then, over here, you've got what you actually do. Stress, distraction, and yeah, that endless, mindless scrolling. It's this super frustrating gap, and it's why so many of us feel like we're just spinning our wheels.
This whole cycle actually has a name. It's the comfort loop trap. Think of it like this invisible gravity. You want, with everything you've got, to move forward, but you just keep getting pulled back to the exact same habits that are keeping you stuck. It's a loop, and the tricky part is, it feels comfortable, even while it's quietly wrecking your future.
And you see this trap pop up in all these little ways, right? You say you want to get ahead, but then you get a free hour, and what happens? You scroll social media instead of studying that skill. You watch other people build their businesses online instead of starting your own project. You just consume, 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 instead of creating anything yourself. These aren't just random choices, They're symptoms of the trap. And of course, when we see ourselves doing this stuff, what's the first thing we do? We blame ourselves. We think, I'm just so lazy, or I just don't have any motivation. We beat ourselves up thinking the problem is some kind of character flaw. But what if that's not the real issue at all? Yeah, see, this isn't about motivation, it's an identity conflict. And I'm telling you, this one shift in thinking changes absolutely everything. The fight isn't between doing the hard work and being lazy, it's a battle between two completely different versions of you. And to really get this, we have to just toss out this old idea that our lives follow our goals. We all think that if we just set a big enough, shiny enough goal, we'll magically get there. But that's not how human beings work. Your life doesn't follow your goals. Instead, your life follows something way, way more powerful, your default identity. This is the thing that's really running the show behind the scenes, It's making all the little decisions when you're not paying attention. Your goals can be pointing due north, but if your default identity is wired to go south, guess where you're going to end up every single time? So what even is this default identity? Simple. It's the you that you are when nobody else is looking. It's built from all those little things you do over and over again, the stuff you do on autopilot. It's the sum of all your private choices. And this is exactly why we get so stuck. Your habits are basically just proof of your current frequency. If your default identity is tuned to the station of comfort, distraction, and easy dopamine hits, then that's your baseline. And no matter how big your goals are, your brain is programmed to just snap right back to that familiar frequency. That's the trap in action. Which leads us to ask this totally useless question over and over again. We ask, why can't I just be more disciplined? Or why don't I have more willpower? But that question is a total dead end. It assumes the problem is that you're not trying hard enough, and it just keeps you stuck in that loop of blaming yourself for not being strong enough. So let's ask a much better question, a more powerful question. Instead of trying to force yourself to do things, ask this: who is the version of me that naturally does this stuff? This flips the whole thing on its head. It's not about fighting who you are right now. It's about becoming someone new. Just look at the difference here. The stuck person is in a constant battle, always trying to force action, always fighting off distractions. It is exhausting. But the aligned person, they're focused on upgrading their identity. They don't fight distractions because those distractions just aren't interesting to the person they're becoming. Success becomes about who you are, not just how hard you push. So how do we actually pull this off? Well, the path is actually pretty straightforward. Step 1, just become aware of the loop. Hey, that's what we're doing right now, so check. Step 2, you have to get crystal clear and decide who it is you want to become. And step 3, you start casting tiny daily votes for that new identity. And that third step, casting votes, that is where the magic happens. Seriously, think about it like this. Every single small decision you make all day long is a vote. It's either a vote for the old you, the one who's stuck in that comfort loop, or it's a vote for the future you, the person your goals are waiting for. Let's make this super practical. You get a free 15 minutes. Do you scroll social media? That's a vote for your old self. Or do you spend it studying that new skill? That's a vote for your future self. At night, do you just zone out to TV, or do you work on that side project? When you feel bored, do you consume, or do you create? Every choice casts a ballot for who you're becoming. And here's the best part. It all starts with just one one different choice. Every time you choose growth instead of comfort, you're not just doing a productive thing, you are literally building evidence, proof that you are becoming the kind of person who wins. You are reinforcing that new identity. So let's just end with this thought. The question was never, do you have enough motivation? The real question is this. With every tiny choice you make today, are you becoming the person your goals are waiting for? Because success, it's not something you chase, it's who you become.